guys, so I am super started. So my parents are doing this thing, or they were introducing to our family this thing to where every day in the month of April, for 40 minutes a day, you learn a new skill. Because you can learn something completely in like 20 hours. So they break it up into like 40 minutes a day, every day in the month. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to learn something. And I was like, oh, painting would be kind of fun, because I used to paint a little bit, and I enjoy it in general, casually, even though I never do it. So I was like, okay, let's do painting. So, me being me, I'm not super visually creative. I have ideas, but don't really know what to do with them. So, I was like, I didn't know what to paint. I wanted to paint, but I didn't know what to paint. So I was like, oh, I'm a seer? So I'm like, I'll just paint some visions I've had that the Lord's given me. And so I was thinking back through, like, okay, which ones do I like? And there's this thing that I have had in my head for like over 2 years. It was when I was like coming out of struggling with depression, and it was basically like this vision of like this unmasking, to where I had this mask on and God showed me like it just being like blown away, and I was revealed as like my true self and walking in my true identity. So I'm like, that's cool, and like literally since the first time I saw it, I was like, I want to paint that, and just never did because I don't paint, so it was weird to just randomly like, let's go paint it. Anyway, so during this this like month-long painting process thing, I was like, I get to do it! I don't know why I never did it before, but here we are today, I did it, yay! So, that is this top one. This is the unmasking. And this is my second time painting it. The first time is in the trash can. So, yeah, we've progressed. So that's this. So, like, this is a vague, I don't know if they can see this, but if you can, look at it. So, this is like a vague, like, facial outline. And so all these different colors really just represent, like, the different masks I put on, or, like, so often, like, everywhere we go and every circle we are, we put on, like, a different version of ourselves. So that's why there's, like, multiple colors, and it's just, like, that being blown away, true self being revealed. And then I put, like, a light purple on the side representing, like, purple represents royalty, but it's, like, a dark purple. And so I had it light because it was, like, the beginnings of that, so where I hadn't, like, completely darkened into its true form of me walking in my royalty. So this is, like, the beginning process of that. Now, fast forward, I don't know how long, this timeline is a blur in my mind, as is every spiritual process mostly. This next one, I was in a freedom session, which is where like people, my church does it, and I love it so much. They like facilitate you talking to God. And so I was in, I don't remember what the question was, but anyway, I'll just explain it to you. So this one's called the unmasking. This one I want to call the crowning, just because that is like the main theme of this, and that'll make sense in a few seconds. Not seconds, a minute or two. Anyway, so this one, this gold person is me. No, I'm not prideful. Just wait till the end of the story. So this one is, I was walking through, so this is after I had come to walk in and love and accept who I was called to be and who I was made to be. Great, I'm in my own identity, that's awesome. So I was talking with the person in my session, and I was like, hey, it feels good to be who I am, but it's also can be very uncomfortable being who I am and being confident in that when I'm around people who are not, and so they don't always accept that. It feels weird to feel like you stick out, and a lot of times you do. That's just how it is. So this was something that God showed me. He showed me this picture, and I saw, like, I was in this courtyard with, like, all these just gray bodies, and I was in here, in this is a building. I still don't know what you can see, but there it is. Great, you can see. Awesome. So this is a building I was walking out of, and God was in there, and he like gave me this crown, and I put it on, and then became in color. So when I was conforming, when I was putting the mask on, just like the colors up here, I was just another gray face in the crowd of conformity. But once I put that crown on, I became who God made me to be, who He designed me and intended for me to be, and then I was in color. Cool! But then in where I was with God, I was like, this feels great, this is really comfortable, it feels natural because that's how He made us. But then walking out, it just like was like a painful awareness of how abnormal that was. And so I was really uncomfortable. And for a while, like even, because again, I saw this in a moving vision, which is, it's like a movie trailer in my head. For those of you who don't understand what that is, that's how I see personally. So this is just a part of that, and I wanted to take the crown off. I was like, can I just have this crown in my pocket and just love it and cherish it? It was really uncomfortable to wear it, and I was like, no, I want you to keep it and just watch. And so as I was standing there, really uncomfortable, and there was a point in the vision where I was just in the middle, feeling really awkward. And so I was like, I really want to take this off. He's like, don't take it off. And I saw there was someone right in this general area. This is irrelevant. I just like details. They had a crown in their pocket, and I didn't know it because it's in their pocket. And they took it out and they put it on, and they were in color, and they became who they were meant to be. And so it was just really cool seeing. And God showed me, he's like, you walking in your identity, while it may be uncomfortable for you, allows other people to feel enabled and empowered to be who I made them to be too. And so it was just really awesome to see, like, I was uncomfortable, not being who I was, because it felt very natural, but uncomfortable being the only one being who I was. If that makes sense. So he was showing me, like, at the end of the vision, like, everyone was in color, because they're like, oh, it's okay for us to put our crowns on? Lit, I'm going to do it. And so everyone had their crown on, and there were all these different colors, and so it was really, really fun. Anyway, so I'll get into the really somewhat unnecessary details, but we're artists, this is just what we do. So down here, can we see? I don't know. So back here, like, all the faces are like solid colors. I'm a really detailed person, so most people just look like, oh, she blended her paints accidentally. This was intentional, just wait. So, these people up here, they're all solids, like, we're just gonna conform, keep it easy, stay in the box, we look good together. Look at that. Look at that blend. But then down here, there are other people, and they're marbled, like, their colors are blended. And that, for me, was, like, kind of a representation of how so often, like, with the way we behave, or with the way our character is, like, we can say, oh, I'm really unique, look, I have this medium gray blend in my white, or I have this nice light gray in my black, you know? Like, we think we're unique, when in reality, we've just morphed our uniqueness out of conformity. So they look different, but they're all somehow the same color. So that for me was just, because for a while I was here, where it's like, oh, I am unique, God, like I am walking in who I am, when in reality I was just redesigning what my conformity looked like. And so these are like the phases of the process to get to here. Started bland, normal, fit the box. I'm a good rule follower, so I was like, I'm just going to stay right here. And then I was like, oh, I'm doing better. Better, but still conforming. I just conformed differently than other people did. And then I got here. Where are my favorite colors? I will tell you, I had this vision before this was my favorite color. I didn't just do that because I love yellow. So that is that. But it's more exciting. I'm selling them, which is super fun. Which is really crazy. I never imagined that at all. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna paint this. My mom's like, are you gonna sell them? I'm like, yes. 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 We are. I am. Yes. So, I will be posting a link somewhere. Contact, comments, post. You'll see it. Yeah. So, this one is up and live. This one I'm going to be making live tonight. So, you will be able to buy those. I'll post the link because I don't know what else to tell you with details. This one is featured on the page. It's under the brand His Words Are True, which is like my family's, the stuff we create. His word is true. On Etsy. Yeah. You'll see the link. It's fine. Yeah, so this one's featured, and then this one is coming up soon. I'm so excited to share this with you. Hopefully I will have more coming soon with the next days of April coming, meaning I'm painting. So that's that. I love you guys. I hope you love this story. Even if you don't buy the painting, this story is our stories of coming into identity in the Lord. You don't have to buy it, but it'd be cool if you did. So, I love you guys.